Yeah, brother, welcome to the podcast, Stop Crying Poser, greatest podcast known to man, as voted by everyone who tuned in here today live on twitch.tv/Ninja Lifestyle. The time is 3:43. We're only 13 minutes late instead of being 3 days late, and I wanted to start the podcast after I shout everybody out. Love My Toe, Bitcoin, Sharky Genie, Captain 6, Love My Toe, Infamy, Bitcoin, Moobot, Stream Elements, Captain 6 Crazy. We don't have very many viewers today. I think everyone's used to me starting late. I wanted to start by reading you guys a poem that's been on my wall since I was a child. Let's begin. Steven. S is for special, showing you care. T is for terrific, generous and fair. E is for, it's in cursive, so hold on. Excelling, talented and smart. V is for valiant, a hero's heart. E is for expressive, a friendly boy. N is for noble, pure pride and joy. Oh, yeah, boy. It's going to be that type of podcast today. Get ready. I'm excited to be here, man. I have, by the way, that's based on a true story. That's all me. That is all about me. That's everything I've become. Excelling, noble, fair, and I'm still a friendly boy. Oh, shit, I have so many topics, man. Look at my notes. They're completely filled all the way to the top today. And we got some news articles. People are dying all over the place. Let me start with talking about what happened last week. I went out on Friday, hung out with my friends, had a average fun day. Then Saturday I woke up, I said, you know what? I want to do something for the dog. It's the dog's day. You know, he just looked at me lonely. And I said, you know what? I'm a little bit hungover, but I'm going to fight fire with fire. I packed the dog in the car. We drove downtown, drank a beer. I'm walking my dog downtown. He's getting all this attention. Everyone loves the dog. Oh, he's so cute. He's so cute. I walked by this lobster food truck. The lady came out, just stopped serving lobster, said, oh, that's a dog. I have a pit bull too. He's so sweet and lovable. He's the greatest. I'm like, I know, yeah, he's handsome too. Yeah, he's handsome. I must have repeated the phrase, he's so handsome, like 50 times to different people. Walking around, we're having a great time. I go over here. I end up stopping, watching some guy playing like hip-hop flute, and I'm like, oh, this is cool. Me and my dog sitting in the shade. I'm drinking like a Mike's Hard Lemonade. I meet some like homeless dude. I buy him a beer. I bought the flute guy a beer. I'm having a blast. And then my friend Replacement, another Twitch streamer, he's in town. He says, oh, I'm going to be on Fremont today. I say, oh, bro, like I'm right here. I meet up with him. I meet his buddy. We have a good old time. We walk up and down the street. But before all that, I take the dog on his first elevator ride. And we go all the way to the top of this little like balcony. I walk him to this bridge, which is downtown. I walk him over to the balcony. We're sitting there. I got the beer. I bought a cigar. I'm just relaxing. I'm sitting next to the world's largest pint. It's this big beer. It's a beer that's like 5 stories tall. I'm taking pictures of the dog, getting all artsy. Man, just having a great time. And then the bridge I was on, a couple hours later, somebody jumped off it and killed themselves. On the same day. I'm fairly positive I was the last one on that bridge before the guy walked up there and jumped off of it. Because no one's up there. You have to, I know like the secret way to get in. You have to go around these barriers and get over there. It's not like a secret way, but anyways. Yeah, right here. I got a picture of it right here. This is the bridge I was on. See this, whatever, this railing right here? That's the same railing I have in these photos of my cute, beautiful dog, Koopa, hours before this guy leapt to his death. Look at it. See the railing? Does the railing look similar? Do you see this similar railing? Yeah, I was there, dude. I could have stopped him. Why? But then I wouldn't have got to hang out with the flute guy and then hang out with Replacement or whatever. Yeah, I had better things to do, okay? And those two bums wouldn't have got their beers, right? Yeah, we did take pictures there, Sharky Genie. Same one, same balcony. You were located in a place where a guy died. I bet that makes you happy. Wow. So that was fun. You know, that day was cool. Like, I get home, I'm like, oh, I'm exhausted. I drink another beer. I'm like, okay, dude, like, I don't know. I'm a little bit fucking, a little woozy from being in the sun all day. And then I'm like, you know what, dude? Fuck it. Let's just blow it all. So then I'm like, my buddy Ward, he's like, hey, I'm in the area, gonna stop by and say hi. I'm like, hey, bro, drop me off at the bar. I'm too drunk to drive. I pack up my skateboard, jump in the car. He drops me off at a shitty country bar. I go in there, get a couple drinks, run into some friends. They're like, why do you have a skateboard? Are you homeless? I'm like, no, I couldn't drive. They're like, oh, okay, cool. And I'm like, all right, have a few drinks, gamble $20. I see another bartender friend walk in. He's like, hey, we're going to this other bar. I'm like, cool, I can't drive. Can somebody drive me over there? So I'm just going further and further away from my house. And then things got a little bit dark, right? I don't know what happened next. I met a bunch of people. I woke up with a bunch of phone numbers. Apparently, I told somebody I was going to help them with their tamale business. I don't remember even being at the bar nor talking about tamales in the business sense. I don't remember any of this. I wake up these friend requests. It's got like, hey, I'm Brad. We hung out at fucking Magoo's. I'm like, Magoo's? I was at a bar called Magoo's. Yes, I got home somehow and woke up to them DMs. Oh, and I fell down. Yeah, right before I left the bar, I guess I was trying to dance, fell down, slid across the wall, cut up my arm a little bit. I still have these little small little scratches on my arm. I'm just a real mess. But you know what? It was a great day. It was a wonderful day, and I usually don't end up like that. You know what I mean? First off, I usually don't really drink while the sun's up. Second off, I try not to get blackout drunk where I'm falling. Third off, I'm a pretty good dancer. Okay? So if I was trying to dance and I fell down, I was way over the limit. I was like over the limit against the law. Yeah, thank God I had my skateboard. And then for some reason, whenever I got dropped off, I left my skateboard outside. But I know there's a 0% chance I skated home. There's no possible way I could have ever skated home in that condition. So whatever. That's what happened. I went hung out with my dog. Some guy killed himself, and then I got blackout drunk. Whatever. I got a new computer monitor the other day. My other monitor broke for some reason. I don't know why. And I'm kind of stressed out about it. I'm like, I don't know, like, what's a good monitor? I go to the pawn shop. I'm like, hey, I need a monitor. They're like, oh, here's one for $40. I'm looking at it. I'm like, there's no power cord. He's like, yep, we don't got a power cord. I'm like, so why are you selling this? Like, if I can't power it on, they're like, all right, well, whatever. So on my way to the Goodwill with the gift shop. What the fuck? Why would I say gift shop? On the way to the Goodwill, the Savers, I see one more pawn shop. I'm like, I'll give it a chance. Who cares? I'll try this other pawn shop. It's on the way. I go in there, $40 for this monitor. This motherfucker, big as hell, 28 inches. I don't know how many inches it is, but it's about this big. It's a big motherfucker, wide screen. It's great. I'm fucking hyped on it, dude. It's some off-branded weird shit. It's called the View Sonic, and it's got a picture of some parrots on the top. I don't care about the parrots, man. I've never been anti-parrot. A $40 fucking monitor is a $40 monitor. I get it. The guy working the front was super nice. I'm like, hey, if I take it home, it doesn't work. Can I take it back? They're like, yep, 48 hours. I take it home. Oh, no, it works great, dude. In fact, now when I'm on the computer, it's so much space. My old monitor was square. It was from the 1990s. I didn't know monitors came in widescreen. So I'm looking at this shit. Dude, my shit, I don't even need two monitors anymore. My monitor is the length of two of my old monitors. So, man. And then I looked up the retail value. This shit's like $180. So either the pawn shop fucked up or they had to have fucked up. Because there was other monitor. If I use that math, right? This monitor cost me $40, but the retail is $180. Let's just say like times it by 4, right? The price would be times 4. So you're telling me they had a monitor up there for $200. There's no way that shit was retailing for $800. So I'm saying they probably made a mistake. Or maybe people just have really high expectations for monitors. Because I got up to the counter and he's like, just so you know, it's not going to perform that well. I plugged this fucker in. I said, damn, I've never seen porn so clear. I said, well, let me take off my glasses. I can still recognize the bitch? Wow, this is a nice monitor. This is the nicest monitor I've ever had. It's fantastic. Big fan. Big fan of the new monitor. Like, good things were happening. I was having a really good week, man. Just things were falling into place. You know, I got these new security cameras for my house. I can take care of the front yard. Whenever someone drops a package off for Amazon, it'll tell me to be like, ding dong, someone left a package for you. I'm like, oh, cool. Like, bing bong. I got 2 of them. Like, I bought one, I bought the other one. One's out there. It was a real mess installing it. One's in the living room. I got to figure out where I want to put it. The indoor one is mainly so I can just keep an eye on my dog when I'm not here. I just like to know. It makes me feel happy if I can look at my house on camera and see the dog safe and sound, sleeping, having nice little puppy dreams. That makes me feel better when I'm grocery shopping or doing whatever I'm doing, skateboarding, whatever I might be doing. But yeah, installing this camera, I had to take off the old camera, which, by the way, this old camera is fucking easily like 23 years old. So 23-year-old camera, I grab it and it disintegrates. I'm trying to uninstall it. I touch it and it goes, it shatters in my hands. I'm like, okay, cool. I was never going to use it anyways. I'm trying to put in this new one. Oh my God. Everything that could have went wrong, went wrong. Like, it was so simple. All I had to do was get an anchor into the wall, put the screw into the anchor, and then mount the camera. It's so easy. So easy, but I had a problem at every turn. So first thing, I need to get my drill bits. Okay, they're in my tool shed. All right, I go get ready to get in my tool shed. Well, there's no keys. I lost the keys. I said, oh, damn it. The wind's blowing. I got a sore throat. I've been waking up with a sore throat lately. I got a sore throat. I'm not feeling well. It's 1,000 degrees outside. I'm trying to like jimmy the door open, trying to break into my own tool shed. I can't get in there. So I give up on the tool shed. I say, fuck it, I got another drill in here. I get my other drill. I go into my garage where I have like super like ancient tools. It's like my grandpa's old tools. I find a drill bit that might kind of work. Okay, get my hole drilled. Brrr, I run into metal. I'm looking at the fucking house. I'm like, there should not be metal in this, where this frame is. There should be no metal there. Well, there is. I don't know what it is. You know, like, I don't want to take a risk on if it being like an electric box or something. I'm drilling and I fucking die trying to install my $40, my $34 security camera. So I'm like, fuck it. Okay, it's a little too short. Then I'm like, fuck it. Like, I pound in my fucking anchor. The anchor breaks. I go, great. Fuck it. Okay, I cut the anchor in half. I say, fuck it. I'm gonna use a broken anchor. That's fine. We'll figure it out. We'll figure this thing out, man. It's all bent sideways. Whatever. So then I fucking try to put the screw in. Okay, the screw goes in the anchor and then it fucking changes directions. Okay, if you guys can understand, like, screwing a screw into something, it goes bzzz, and it just goes in straight. Bzzz. For some reason, this screw decided to go in, do a fucking U-turn, go straight down. I don't know what the fuck happened, and it was too late to fix it. So I'm like, okay, I have the fucked up screw. Great. I put on this magnet. I get the thing going. I fucking, I paste around it to make it look nice and neat. I have, some Loctite paste. I paste around it to make it look nice and neat. Just not working, dude. My drill bit falls into a pile of leaves. So I have to go search through these fucking leaves for the drill bit. Oh my God, everything was going fucking terrible, dude. And we finally got it figured out. And it was just really a nightmare. Just one of those situations where everything goes wrong. And I was curious if you guys have ever had a day like that. And the whole day I'm just quoting, I'm quoting this. I'm like, you know what? This day's trying to fuck me. I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to give up. Still, I never found the keys to the tool shed. I found a spare key, but I'm still very bummed out that I can't find these fucking keys. I don't know why it bothers me so much. I think it bothers me because I now have self-doubt, right? I put these keys in the exact same spot every single time. I've never lost this particular set of keys. Not only that, I know the last time I used these keys. I know exactly what I was doing. I was making the delamination video for YouTube where I had some vice grips and I taught the world how to fix a delaminated skateboard, which, by the way, didn't work. My skateboard re-delaminated Tuesday, and that video came out today, Friday. So let me explain that terrible day. I had 2 terrible days almost in a row. I had a terrible ass Tuesday, then a terrible ass Thursday. I went to go skateboard at this spot, Metro Skate Park. I should have known. I went to do this trick on the quarter pipe. The quarter pipe's broken. Yes. The cement quarter pipe is broken. The coping doesn't exist. I couldn't do my trick. Okay, fine. That's fine. The ledge is bad. Also, my skateboard's delaminated. Okay, good. Now, I go over here. I go to this curb. Here's me being optimistic. You know what? I'm going to make the best of these things. That's what I said. I'm going to make the best of this. Oh, can't wait. I'm still very optimistic. 100 degrees outside. I'm dying. Wearing all black outfit because I'm stupid. I go up there. I try to do my little blunt stalls. My tail's delaminated. I'm mad. And then I can't figure out the speed because the skate park is shaped like a fucking funnel because whoever made it was fucking stupid. The curb is just annoying. I switch my skateboard backwards. Now I'm turning left the whole time. Like, bitch, I'm not. Why am I automatically turning left? The weird thing about skateboarding, you turn your skateboard upside down. Now you go left all the time. I don't know why that fucking existed. I go to the curb. I fucking fall. I eat shit. I do a little like mini like side flop onto my arm, my shoulder, and I go, you know what? That's fine. I'm okay. You know what? I'm gonna get my skateboard and try again. I start walking up the ramp and I slip. I slip on a fucking banana peel. And I slide down. Oh my God, like I'm playing fucking Mario Kart. I slip and fall down. I say, you know what? I'm done. You know what? I let the world win. I say, you know what? I broke the skateboard. Made me feel better. Little outlet, right? A little break the skateboard. Let this piece of wood know who's boss. This inanimate object. Inanimate. Oh my God. Today's fucking up already. Inanimate object. An unanimated fucking a piece of wood, you piece of a dumb fucking skateboard. Got fucking the shit broken out of it. Made me feel better. I went home, saw a bunch of police pulling over cars. I said, you know what? Pull me the fuck over. Do it. It didn't happen. Yeah, you guys thought the story was gonna get interesting. It didn't happen. Let's read a couple news articles, shall we? Oh wait, this one's just Downtown Las Vegas police standoff with suicidal man ends with his fatal fall. Also, this is only 3 stories up, so I'm saying, okay, also this is kind of scary. He killed himself in the middle of hundreds of tourists, I imagine. Hundreds of tourists were below. He could have landed on one. Also, if I'm jumping off a bridge, not that I plan on jumping off a bridge, I'm climbing to the top of the world's biggest beer. Because right next to this is the world's biggest beer. That's another 5 stories up. You fall off this, and you land. If you landed on your feet, I think you might survive. But you would never be the same again. What do they say? There's a survival show, Dual Survival. This guy always used to say, you fall off something that big, if it doesn't kill you, you're gonna wish it did. That's the way this lays. There's nothing funny about this, I know, but I can't help myself. If I'm jumping, I'm going up higher. I'm going to the top rope. You know what I mean? Never gone skydiving before. I want to get the skydiving feel right before it's all over. Whatever. Maybe that's a little too morbid for you guys. Okay, next article. Woman admitted to smoking weed and drinking before a 15-year-old skateboarded next to her car. All right, so he was skitching. You guys know that term, skitching? He grabbed on the car, was skateboarding, but he wasn't as good of a skateboarder as he thought. A 19-year-old woman admitted she was under the influence when she drove her vehicle with a 15-year-old hanging off the door on his skateboard before he fell and was run over. Destiny America Jimenez faces DUI and driving without a license charges in connection with the incident. When officers arrived, they found a 2018 Jeep Wrangler and a 15-year-old suffering from life-threatening head and chest injuries. Then he died later. It's a very sad story. The officers said he was on his skateboard clinging to the front passenger door of the Jeep. The teen was ejected from the skateboard and run over by the rear tire. Worst way to possibly fall while skitching. Jimenez told officers she was drinking and smoking marijuana before the crash. They also noted she didn't have a driver's license. Another witness had reportedly told the juvenile that skateboarding while holding onto the car was unsafe. Then Jimenez offered to drive. Wow. Okay. Well, here's the issue. Okay, I looked up a picture of a 2018 Jeep Wrangler, and then I typed in 2018 Jeep Wrangler rear. And I got a picture of your mom's dump truck ass. And I'm joking. I got a picture of the back of one, and there's all these little doohickeys you can grab onto. So if you're going to ride a skateboard behind a car, I know this is not something to laugh at. Do it from behind. Grab the back of the car. We've seen it time and time again. I've seen several skate videos where someone skitches and they fall and they almost get run over. And skateboarders do this thing where once they have a near-death experience, they look at the camera and go, "Oh fuck, haha, I almost died." Hee 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 hee. Well, you know what, dude? You almost fucking died because you're dumb. And you know what? I don't want to make fun of a 15-year-old dying, but it's a sad fucking story. And you gotta wait till you're 18. Bomb a hill. You know what? If you're gonna sketch a car, make sure you can bomb a hill. Just all around bad news. All around bad news. It's such a sad story. Have you guys ever had any close calls sketching a car or even skateboarding? I'm trying to think. I don't think I've ever, I've had some bad falls where I almost smacked my head really hard, or I almost exploded my knee or something. But I don't think I've had any close calls with cars or death. There's a hubba here, like a rail that goes down that a couple people have skated. In fact, it's the last trick in the video What Time When, which is now available in HD on YouTube. There's a new channel called I think it's called High Quality Skate Videos, if you guys want to check that out. So you can watch 60 frames per second videos that came out on VHS. It's really a cool YouTube. Anyways, there's a ledge here where you grind it and then you come out. But if you fall over the other side, you die. And skateboarders they skate it. I always thought I could nose slide it, but I'm too afraid of heights. I would never. Even in my prime, I would look at that ledge and go, nope, absolutely not. Because if I fall, I will die. And I'm afraid of heights. Okay, so it's not going to be a fun death. It's going to be a fearful death. It'd be like getting killed by a million spiders. I hate spiders. That's how I got to die? In a fearful way? Nope. Not it. Let me die. Let me go out like Dale Earnhardt did, doing what I loved. What is that? What would that be? Eating tacos? Masturbating? I don't know. Something like that. Getting my dick sucked and then I explode? Like the bomb explodes next to me? I don't know. I want to go out like Dale Earnhardt did. Oh, this has gotten pretty weird now. All right. So a couple of you know what? Let's go to movie time. Movie time. I watched a movie called Michael Clayton. It said it was critically acclaimed. I watched this movie. For the entire movie, I had no fucking idea what was going on. Zero idea. No fucking idea. And in the end, I thought to myself, it kind of makes sense, but I wasted my entire day. That being said, the movie's about some guy that undercovers some big, conspiracy, and then it gets crazy. Okay? I don't know. It's hard to explain the movie because I still don't know what the fuck I just watched. But the acting was great, cinematography was great, well directed, great movie, but I'll never watch it again, and I'll never recommend it. So if you see Michael Clayton on Netflix, don't fucking watch it. Don't do it. I don't want you to do it. Couple of controversial issues now. All right? We've been speeding through these topics, but the last two topics are quite controversial. And I feel like at least one person's going to get offended in here. If not many more. On one of these two topics. Now, Sports Illustrated just did a swimsuit edition. Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition. They put a heavier set woman on there, and the internet went crazy. The internet went nuts, okay? Jordan Peterson was trending because he said, not beautiful. And for some reason, when people see an opinion they don't agree with, they can't just ignore it. It's a lot like the Cartnarks. The Cartnarks YouTube channel. You can't just drive away. People have the inability I don't even want to say be the bigger man, but just to do something more interesting. So, Jordan Peterson said, "You're not beautiful, you're fat," and everyone's going crazy on the internet because this chick is wearing the swimsuit. She doesn't look like the typical swimsuit model, and there's all these conspiracies. My favorite part is the conspiracies. A lot of people are saying that Sports Illustrated did this to spark outrage so that now they never have to do it again. Also, some of the conspiracies are saying like, okay, why would they do this? It's not women buying this magazine, right? I talked to Keith Skates the other day. I'm like, who buys these magazines? He goes, 14-year-olds and only in the 90s. Like, no one's, I don't know who's buying these, but I also feel like it might be a trick play, right? Because if it sells more magazines, then it's good. If it sells less magazines, then they never have to do it again. They never have to put a larger chick on there ever again. And it's in their minds, it works for them. You know what I mean? So the conspiracies are so great, dude. They're just like, like the chick is non-white. So there's a bunch of people in there saying like, oh, America hates black people. And you're like, okay, like where did that come from? And then there's like, everyone's having the conversation like, okay, if you're overweight, like you're diabetic, you're going to fucking die. It's not beautiful. And then there's the other people saying she's so brave. And then there's other people saying, well, she's kind of tricking you, right? Like they want you to look at this and think, oh, what a beautiful woman. But then the other chicks are like, no, they're not. They're trying to sell it. They're trying to sell larger swimsuits. And then there's the other half that says all of America is fucking overweight, so this is totally normal. And I'm just there in the middle, just like really no opinion. Like, when's the last time I bought a fucking magazine? I have no opinion. I'm just reading. I'm just eating popcorn, dude. Like, what am I reading? But it really ruffled a lot of feathers, and it got Sports Illustrated back in the news. I remember as a kid, there were like Sports Illustrated commercials on TV. Michael Jordan's on there. You know, was that baseball guy that hit like 1 million home runs that was on steroids? Oh man, somebody know. McGuire. Toby McGuire. No, Mark McGuire was on there. Like, you get all these guys on there, like, it's like being on a box of Wheaties or something. Nowadays, I haven't heard the word Sports Illustrated in years. So you know what? Maybe they knew what they were doing. Okay, if that wasn't controversial enough, don't worry. Now we're going to get into the transsexual, transphobic conversation. Let me find the Instagram post in question. This is a female pro skateboarder, I guess, and she writes on Instagram, "My name is Taylor Silverman. I am a female athlete. I've been skateboarding for 11 years and competing for 7 years. I've been in 3 different contests with trans women, 2 of which I placed second. At the last contest series I did for Red Bull, I placed second. The trans competitor who won took $1,000 in qualifiers, $3,000 in finals, and $1,000 in best trick. This totaled $5,000 of the prize money meant for female athletes. I took $1,000 in qualifiers and $1,750 for second place, so $2,750 in total. The girl who took third received $750. The girl who deserved $1,000 for best trick took nothing, along with whoever would have placed third. I deserve to place first, be acknowledged for my win, and get paid. I reached out to Red Bull and I was ignored. I am sick of being bullied into silence." Now, that's a pretty heavy post. There's a couple ways we can go about this. All right. Let's just start randomly. If not in the girls contest, where would a trans athlete compete? Red Bull's not going to have an all trans skate contest. I don't think there's enough trans women or trans men out there to even make it interesting. Right? Like, what, you're going to have a contest with 3 people? I wonder who's going to get top 3. So I think the only place for this trans person to compete, in my opinion, is going to be with the ladies. You know, she calls herself a lady. If they're doing like the estrogen testing or whatever, then good. Fine. Doesn't bother me. Also, saying I deserve to place first. Okay, not to be rude. I don't want to be rude. I saw this chick's Instagram. She's fucking terrible. She says she's skating 11 years. literally looks like she's been skating 11 months. I'm not joking. And I know chick skateboarders are not, like, okay, listen, I don't want to turn this into a war against women. Female skateboarders are nowhere near as good as men skateboarders. That's it. Like, that's it. Pause. I read these comments and they're saying, well, some of these chick comments on there were like, you know what, dude? First off, a trans male has no advantage in skateboarding at all. Like, zero advantage. Like, a man has no advantage. And I thought to myself, well, skateboarding's been around and it's been very open to women for what? Since the beginning of time? Now we've only had, let's talk about this. Okay, I don't want to be a dick about this, but let's talk about this. Something simple. How many skateboarders have done a flip trick into a handrail? Like a kickflip front board. How many skateboarders have done that in the course of history? I would say 1 million. How many women have done it? I would say 5. I would say 5 women have done it. I'd say 1 million men have done it. And then you say, well, more men skateboard than women. But there's never, not even one has been remotely close. Not even remotely close. And I'm a career skateboarder. And I don't hate women, okay? But I know, one thing I know very well. I don't know much about anything, but I know skateboarding. I've dedicated a lot of my life to it. And they're fucking, women are inferior at skateboarding, right? But there's some women in the comments who are like, well, the only reason I haven't hit a handrail is because it's a mental block. And I'm like, no, it's not a mental block. It's because you don't have the confidence of having skated a flat bar that good or a park rail. Like, you don't have the power to hop on these giant handicap rails. You don't have, like the ability to jump that fucking high. I mean, maybe you do. And then when you fall, you're probably more likely to get hurt. I was reading about like the bones density. Anyways, first off, this chick should stop fucking complaining because she sucks at fucking skating. That's my first opinion. Second off, I'm not saying it's fair. Life is not fucking fair. Okay? You get paid to skateboard. I'm not saying like, I'm not here to bully, chicks who are mad at men in women's sports or trans women in women's sports, because I can see how that can eventually become a slippery slope. We talk about like the UFC. You get a chick in there, yeah, it's gonna be an actual death in the octagon. But you're doing what you love. You have plenty of fans. You have a support all across the world. Don't blame this other competitor for being better, okay? And if you truly have like this idea that you can achieve anything, then shut the fuck up and go achieve it. Go skateboard more often. Go figure out every trick that whoever beats you, learn all their tricks. So that next time you can copy the winning tricks. I looked at this chick's Instagram and I really wanted to agree with her. And I don't know why. Maybe I have an issue too, like I don't know. But watching how bad she was at skating, I don't think she has the authority to talk on skateboarding's behalf. You know what I mean? Like, I think Red Bull runs these contests. Red Bull pays their skaters pretty fucking well. Who are you to call out Red Bull when you can barely kickflip? Like, what after 11 years you can barely kickflip? Like, it's lucky. Like, if you get one, it was a good day. After 11 years, and you're gonna blame Red Bull for paying you $2,700 that day for being the worst skateboarder. Like, there was 50 people in the stands that were better than you. I don't know. You know what I'm okay with? I'm okay with no genders in skating. Like, I'm okay with men competing against the women. And I think that makes it hard. But I think that takes this whole argument out of it. No more bitching, no more complaining. Just let the men skate with the girls. If the girls want to bitch about that, then that's fine. One of the comments said, "Hey lady, go start your own contest." Yeah, go start your own contest. How much are you gonna pay the winners? And you're gonna plaster on your poster, "No trans athletes allowed"? I mean, that's a move in the wrong direction too. So I feel like in this situation, the answer is not to take a side on trans and women's sports. The answer is to quit your fucking bitching. Quit fucking complaining. It's skateboarding. You're riding a piece of wood around and you're somehow getting paid for it. Okay? You want me to bitch about something? I placed first in dozens of skate contests, and the most I've ever made was $100. I was better than this chick at 6 months into my skating career. I was better than this chick. No one gave me $2,700. So not to be rude, but you're doing pretty good, lady. You're doing pretty good. And if anything, I kind of think you might have just fucked off your next few sponsors. Cause you say some political shit like that. That's no different than fucking Corey Duffel saying the N-word. Like, okay, not a good look, bro. Or any of the other things that come out. What was the one guy? Was it Gator or who was the guy in the 80s that like killed a gay dude in a bar? Like you're not doing much for your skating career. I'm not saying like you need to sit in silence, but I'm also saying that there's a better way to do this that comes off as less complaining, like less whiny. There's a better way to say this that would be less whiny. That's my opinion. You know what? That's my opinion. I will not be silenced. If anyone thinks that I'm sitting here trying to be a woman hater, I'm not. I know skateboarding really well. Anyways, man, it really separated, you know, it's drawn the line in skateboarding. And we knew this line was coming, right? Because of the Leo Baker thing, you know, that's a trans athlete, you know, probably, oh, I mean, it's the other way, right? It was Lacey Baker, now it's Leo Baker. It's a woman. It was a person born a woman who's now a man skating, and he rips, okay? Like he rips. So it can be done. That he rips, nose mountain ollie heel in Street League. Like I seen it. I'm okay with that. But yeah, I think that's someone who could compete against males and wouldn't fucking bitch and moan and complain about it. I mean, because he is a male. See, I'm tripping over my words now. It's always such a sensitive topic because you say one wrong word and everyone goes, fucking gotcha. I gotcha. I caught you. I don't know, man. It's a heavy topic. And you knew somebody was going to come out and say something about it. But did it have to be a chick that's absolutely fucking abysmal at skating? Did it have to be that? You know what I mean? Well, I don't know. I would love to hear your guys' thoughts on it. You guys can look it up and read the comments on your own, and then maybe leave a comment on this when it comes out on YouTube, because this is it's not a huge story just yet, but it's going to be. Like this only happened like 5 days ago, and so most of the comments are hating on this chick, and I think that aspect of like the bullying aspect, like, oh, you said something anti-trans. Let me go to all your fucking photos and call you a dumb bitch. I think that's kind of mean, but I also think it's fucking hilarious because there was one where she like, okay, I think it's rude to bully, okay, but some of those fucking comments made me laugh. There was one where she just dropped in on a bowl and then like did a kick turn, and that was the whole clip. And then all the comments are like, 11 years, huh? 11 years? This deserves first? There's thousands of comments going, this deserves first? You didn't even do a trick. Oh, man. People are cruel. People are cruel. You know what? I'm a little bit cruel myself, but I try not to flip-flop on this topic too much, but it's hard not to laugh at. You know, I at heart, like I consider myself kind of like a comedian. You know, and when you see something like this, you have to laugh. It's oozing with comedy. All right. Well, yeah, let me know your thoughts on that. Let me know if you guys have ever had a terrible day. That's the end of the podcast. Let me know if you guys have ever had a terrible day. How bad was it? How bad was it? Let me know the best thing you ever got at a pawn shop. Let me know your thoughts on the Sports Illustrated chick, and let me know your thoughts on trans athletes and maybe just trans athletes in skating. You know, we're not supposed to touch these issues, okay? And I feel like I'm trying to keep it respectful, but also trying to keep it kind of light and funny. So I don't want to hear anybody trying to fucking preach to me in the comments too hard, all right? It's a fucking the podcast is called Stop Crying Poser. Has there ever been a better topic that relates to the title of this podcast than Stop Crying Poser? I don't know about that. Anyways, guys, I appreciate everybody who tuned in here. I will continue with the post show, but if you tuned in late, you can watch the rerun of this episode on iTunes, on Podbean, and on YouTube. That comes out on Sunday, just in time for you to go to work if you're going to work on Monday. So that's fun. Shout out to Buy Bitcoin, iBookBoy, Late Bloomer, Later Nerds, iBookBoy, Bitcoin, Late Bloomer, Sexy Jake. I appreciate you guys for being here. Captain Six Crazy. I hope you guys all have a great weekend. Support the podcast by sending me money. Send me money. Send me all the money I deserve for all the contests I won where I didn't get paid. Send me all that money. But if you can't afford to send me money or subscribe or send bits, that's fine. You can still do something for me, you lazy bitch. Tell a friend about the podcast. If you got an iPhone, you go on iTunes. Or no, the podcast app actually has my podcast on it. Just tell a friend. They just click it, hit subscribe. It's free. Free. It's free. It's free. So yeah, we wanna get more people involved. This was kind of a I think it's because I showed up on time. This was kind of a slower podcast because I do read the chat room. When it's going by. So I like reading you guys' opinions as I go, and sometimes you guys can help me to see another perspective. So that's why tuning in live is always fun. Every single Friday right here on twitch.tv/Ninja Lifestyle right around 3:30 p.m. Pacific time. That's all I got. Have a great weekend, guys. As always, don't drink too much. And don't drink too little.